Salve omnes, welcome to this video lesson on section 21 of Fabulae Faciles, the first labor, the Nemean lion. Again, we're going to have 12 labors, and again, originally he was told that he had to do 10 for King Eurystheus. We'll talk about why that is as we go through these. Alright, the Nemean lion. Primum ab Eurysteo iusus est Hercules. First, Hercules was ordered, iusus est, by Eurystheus ab Eurysteo, ablative agent, leonem occidere, to kill a lion, qui illo tempore, who at that time, valem Nemaiam redebat infestam, was rendering the Nemean valley dangerous. That is to say, was making this valley dangerous because he was harassing people and things there. In silva sigitur, therefore, into the woods, in quibus leo habitabat, in which the lion was living, statim se contolit, he immediately betook himself, or he immediately just went, you could say. So he carried himself immediately there, meaning he went immediately there. Mox feram vidit, soon he saw the wild beast, feram, et arcum quim secum atularat, intendit, and he drew the bow, intendit arcum, which he had brought, quim atularat, with him, secum. All right, so to note about Hercules, occasionally he will be seen in armor with a sword, but most of the time Hercules is known for using his bow, which we see here, for using a club, and also, perhaps most of all, for his lion skin. He does not have the lion skin yet. Let's wait and see how he gets it. Eius tamen pelem, nevertheless, its skin, its hide, and here we mean the hide of this lion, the Nemean lion, quae densissima erat, which was very dense, trajecere non potuit, he was not able to pierce. Okay, so when he shot it with his arrows, they did not go through the lion's skin. Tum clava magna, then with his big club, quam semper gerebat, which he always carried, leonem percussit, he struck the lion. Frustra tamen, nevertheless in vain. Frustra. Nequenim, hoc modo, for nor indeed in this way, eum occidere potuit, was he able to kill it. Tum demum, then at last, demum is another synonym for tandem or postremo, then at last, colum monstri, the monster's neck, brachiis suis complexus est, he embraced or he encircled complexus est. So complector, complecti, complexusum, this verb means to embrace or to hug. So here he's giving a hug, but not a friendly hug. This is kind of a wrestler's kind of hold, right? Then at last he sort of grabbed and squished the monster's neck, brachiis suis, with his arms, et fauces eius omnibus viribus compressit, and he squashed or compressit his neck, fauces eius, omnibus viribus, with all his strength. So fauces is always plural, but it's kind of a synonym for colum or for gutter. That is, this is one of the words for neck. I think it's a little bit more like you might translate something like throat or gullet rather than neck, but it's a similar word. And so the point is here, he's squishing it so that the lion can't breathe. Hoc modo, in this way, Leo brevi tempore exanimatus est. The lion, Leo, was killed, I think is one way we could translate this here. Exanimatus, it was made out of breath and thus killed. right? Strangled, we might say. Brevi tempore, in a short time. Yeah, just as a note, one of the words for breath in Latin, you've got anima and spiritus, so ex animatus is made from one of these words for breath. Okay, in a short time, the lion was deprived of breath. Nulla enim respirandi facultas eidabatur. For no opportunity, nulla facultas, of breathing again, respirandi, was given to him, dabatur ei. Tum Hercules, then Hercules, cadaver ad oppidum in umeris retulit. Brought back, retulit, that's from refero, referi, retuli, relatus. Then Hercules brought back the dead body, cadaver. Of course, that's where we get to cadaver from in English. To the town, ad oppidum, and this would be, I think, to Tiryns, right, where he is, where Eurystheus is in the story. Again, a lot of versions of this have him not in Tiryns, but in Mycenae, but these are two towns that are very close to each other, and in kind of mythical Greek times are often very associated. So then Hercules brought the dead body to the town in umeris, on his shoulders. Et pelem quam detraxerat, and the hide which he had drawn off or pulled off, detraxerat, postea pro veste gerebat, he wore afterwards, postea, in place of clothing, pro veste. And we might also say pro armis, in place of armor. Because as the normal story goes, to explain this a little bit as a background, the skin or hide of the Nemean lion was impenetrable to all foreign objects. So, doesn't matter what sword or spear or whatever, even if it's made by Vulcan himself or Hephaestus himself, it's not going to pierce this thing. So, how do you pierce it? How did he get the skin off? Well, no foreign objects. So he took the lion's own claws, in one usual version of this myth, and he skinned it with its own claws, right? Then he got rid of the claws, so there's nothing left that's gonna, pierce this thing. And he basically used it for armor hereafter. He never really wore, sort of hoplite Greek armor in the way other heroes would. All right, omnes autem, moreover all, qui eam regionem oncolebant, who inhabited that region, ubi famam de morte leones acceperunt, when they received the report, the fame, famam, about the death of the lion, de morte leonis, vehementer gaudebant, were very happy, right? Even violently happy, right? Vehemently happy. It's a strong term there. Et Herculem magno honore habebant, and they held Hercules in great honor. Okay, so the first labor, and also how he gets his lion skin, right? Which is important to him as a hero, and he can use it as armor, just put it in the way of anything that should happen to be directed at him. Volete omnes usque ad proximum tempus.